of us on here that typically I show live streams. So let's just start over. Ready? 1, 2, 3. All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to week number 52, Open Q&A. This is the closing out of 2020 live stream. This is my 52nd live stream in a row, as well as what I want to do is cover with you guys some predictions for 2021. So I do see you, Rachel. I do see Melinda. I do see you, Addie, and Jordan, and Annie Marlene. Thank you so much for joining. It's kind of weird, guys, because my secondary screen is not in front of me. It's actually to the left. So therefore, I am going to be turning over here to be able to see some of your comments like that. So, so I do apologize for that, guys, but I am in a different, I am not obviously in my studio. That has been my normal studio for a while. So I do apologize for that. But what I'm going to do is just kind of talk with you guys, get you, set up into some things that I see are going to be coming down the pipeline as far as for education, because I know there's a lot of people that are still have a lot of schooling left, or parents or teachers that are getting ready for the, more, upcoming, next school year already, because in reality, it's crazy. We are halfway through this year. And, I remember doing this live stream a year ago, getting ready, because a year ago, one of my goals was to do a live stream for 52 weeks in a row. And thankfully, we was able to do that. And sometimes, when I'm not in my normal studio, I got to make things work. I can't always do everything exactly the way I want. I don't have my microphone, my lighting, and everything I need. I feel like I need, but in reality, the goal is just to, the main thing is to be consistent. And that's one of the things that, I have always wanted to let you guys know is when you're, being good at mathematics, or your grades is, being consistent, doing the math problems consistently, working on those stuff. And I think those are some really important, things, really important attributes that are going to help you not just in math class, but, in other areas of life. So that's one thing that I've had to make some sacrifices to make sure I can make these streams. And thankfully, I've been able to do it. And not every week is that going to happen. And that's just a reality from there. So, well, thank you very much, Zachary. That's very nice of you. I really appreciate that. Held back during college and I remember certain topics. Well, awesome. I'm so happy. Hi, Brian. I am good at math. Well, good, Sarah. Awesome to have you. Thank you so much for joining in. So a couple things. Let's talk about some of the predictions that I'm kind of seeing inside the classroom, because, when we wrapped up last year in March, I definitely saw the writing on the wall, the way that things were going to kind of go. Obviously, I've already known making math videos since 2010, I know that, online education is something that's going to keep on getting pushed. It's going to keep on, getting more and more exposed. There's going to be a lot more people making videos, a lot more people trying to learn online, and it's just going to keep on growing. However, there's going to be some setbacks, which I think for this first time we've actually been able to see, because we had to rely, a lot of us exclusively on online education. And even myself as being a teacher, it was very difficult trying to teach students. It's one thing like when I make a YouTube video or when I go live with you guys that, I get myself in a little bit different mindset. But when I'm trying to teach my classroom and I was going all online, I'm like, it was very stressful. It was very demanding. And yeah, I'm like, this is not going to work. Like for majority of teachers, for parents that have been through that, like it's just not going to work. And especially even students, trying to teach students, upper level mathematics, and especially if they're not interested or really buying into the content, to really get that buy-in was very difficult, even for students that I knew for the majority of the year. And that's really, I think, is compounded this upcoming school year, is because we didn't really know the students, from beginning of the year. At least last year, we had a good couple months, 6 months with the students before we had to go to virtual learning. But this year was a little bit different. So I think there's going to be a toll. I think one of my predictions for, 2021 is there's going to be a big push to getting back inside the classroom, just like kind of like the airline and cruise industry and vacations. So many people have had trips canceled or are very used to traveling very often, and they just haven't been able to do that. I think that's going to be the same for education. I think a lot of people are going to be, there's a really big push to get back into the classroom and to really kind of get that in-person, learning kind of away from the digital kind of space. However, if we're looking outside of 2021 and, maybe 2023, 2025, I really see that the growth of this is going to keep on going. Because a lot of the changes that we had to make education work this year was really just laying the foundation for what's going to be coming up in the next couple of years, in my opinion. And I think that, one of the things that I've always harped with that I have trouble with as far as on our education. Oh no, I didn't want that. Oh well. One of the things that I have problems with our educational system is, the idea that students cannot pick pick who the teacher is. They can't, decide if they don't want to be in the right classroom or anything like that. And I don't agree with that. I think with the way that we have our ability for a teacher to be able to teach more students outside of the classroom is going to be something that's just going to continue to grow. And that is something that I think we're going to see an expansion of. And I feel like at first you would think that there's going to be more of a demand. I think as far as 2021, another prediction is there's going to be a heavy loss with teachers. I think there's a lot of teachers have been overworked. A lot of teachers have not seen the impact or have really taken a really bad impact from this, kind of virtual learning. They haven't been prepared for virtual learning. I mean, even myself that, teaches online, does live streams every week. It was very difficult, and it still is very difficult for me to make the transition to this online learning format. And I think there's just so many other teachers that just realize how much extra work they've had to do and how it is for doing virtual classes in addition to in-person classes. So I think another prediction that I'm going to see is that we're going to see this reduction in the workforce. And that's good and that's bad. I mean, obviously that's bad because I think there's going to be a lot of great teachers that we're going to lose. I think that's good in the fact that it's going to allow us to innovate, and that's usually what always is the byproduct of, that's what I was looking for, the chat stream. That's usually always is the byproduct of, something that is, that's a negative, and so yeah, I think in the next couple of years, obviously I think there's just going to be, to kind of give you just two predictions, or kind of three predictions. Again, just a recap, if you're just joining the live stream, I think there's going to be a big push initially to get back inside the classroom, but I think a little bit longer prediction is there's going to be a bigger push for this online, especially, I mean, the cost savings that you have, instead of having to hire 5 teachers, if you can hire 2 really, really good teachers and they can teach more students online, it's just a reality. It's cheaper, it's more efficient. And I'm not saying I like it, which I've already told you I don't really like it, but I just see that's where things are going to go. And, I think it's just a matter of time. And I think what's going to compound that is a lot of teachers are going to realize that they're putting in so much more work to trying to make this work, this online teaching, and it's not the same as teaching inside the classroom. And that's what most teachers really, really enjoy about being a teacher, that personal relationship you have with the children inside the classroom, helping them learn. And when you're just behind a computer, it kind of strips that away. So as the teachers are leaving, I think there's going to be a bigger push to keep on, serving students, but which is good. Because I think for those students, if you have a horrible teacher, which a lot of students say, hey, I don't understand my teacher, I don't like my teacher, with the online access education, you're going to have more access to higher quality education. And so, we'll see how that pans out. But for right now, I wanted to give you guys some of my thoughts from there. And then let's see if I can do this. I apologize again, guys, for the lighting, for the mic, and everything like that. I want to see if I can't bring that down. Oh, yeah, it's all right. But that is, but yeah, so that is some of my predictions. And from now, I'll just kind of go through, 15 on college. Take college went online. I dropped out. Yeah, I agree. I think a lot of people have stepped away from the online portion. It's just for a lot of people, it just hasn't been. It's like not going to school, and I think a lot of teachers did that too. They just realized that going online is just not something that they want to do. Richard, well, thank you very much. It's very nice. Well, hey, Marius, late Merry Christmas. Well, Merry Christmas to you. That is very awesome. And again, guys, if you're just joining in, well, thank you so much, Marius. If you're looking in, I'm looking over to my side because that's where my external camera is for this evening. So I apologize for that. Yes, I know it's not ideal, but it's okay. It works. Um, all right, let's see some older chats. Mr. do you think the teacher prepared to leave will come back with the path in school learning? Yeah, I think there will be. I think there will be some teachers that are definitely going to come back once there's vaccines. Once we are back in person, I think we definitely lost some teachers just for the fact that we're concerned about their health, and we're concerned and didn't want to do the online teaching component. But I don't think the number of teachers that are going to come back is going to compare to the number of teachers that are probably going to leave the field just based on the demands that online teaching has put on so many teachers to put. And I think it's really sad, I mean, especially, I mean, there's one thing for, at least in my element, I think the math is relatively very easy to do online. I could never take an online math course, but taking my course and putting it online and having students, show them how to do problems or teaching some concept, like it's relatively easy. But, I mean, some of the other courses, or even when you're getting into younger and younger children, it's very, very difficult. And those, I think those relationships is so important. And I don't believe the way is to fix it or to make it happen with virtual learning, but it's, getting back to inside the classroom and getting those things. So, until that fully comes back, yeah, I definitely agree that there's going to be some lag with that. And there will be some teachers that will come back. I totally agree. Yes, Mark, absolutely. I totally agree. I mean, Mark, that's one thing that I'm not sure when you came on, but I think the good that I like about the online education is it works for a lot of students, and it's going to continue to work. I mean, this is going to continue to grow. We're not going back to in-person learning, the full for everything. Online education is going to keep on growing. And that's good. It is good because I do believe that it is more efficient. Like I said, if you have high quality teachers that can teach students, then they can teach more than their 25 students inside the classroom. I think that is a good thing. However, I think that especially in the younger grades, that the in-person learning or students that obviously just, there's a lot of components that the in-person education is still going to be desirable and still going to be needed. But once you get into more upper level, courses where students just need the content and to be delivered, I think online is a perfectly great option. And yeah, it's going to continue to grow. It's not going away. This is really just the start. And it's a start because we've been forced to, I mean, I've known this online education, like I said, that's, one of the reasons why I started my channel. Like that is the direction everything is going to be going. But yeah, we never really made the change that we had to until we had a situation like this where we were forced to. Well, hey, Joseph, you helped me with your math, and thank you. Well, you're very welcome, Joseph. I'm happy to help you. Free math tutor, what? Okay. I'm in 8th grade, 9th grade. I was invited to a technical school. Conflicted on which you do better for me help. Conflicted on which, I mean, Georgia, conflict on going to my high school or technical school. Sorry. Yeah, I get you. I'm not really sure. It's very difficult. And I think it's always when you make those decisions, there's so many personal factors that come into play there that it's difficult to obviously give you, some advice of working one way or the other. I think that definitely just talk it through with your, your parents or anybody else that's going to help, make those decisions. And I feel a lot about when there's those big decisions like that, it just unfortunately kind of goes into like those gut feelings, which you just really feel is like down to earth, the best path to go, and just to go in that direction and don't look back, because you can always second guess yourself looking back in hindsight. But I think when you just make a decision and move forward, that's going to be the best decision. I don't think there's a right or a wrong. It's going to be based on your situation, what you feel right, and just go, and don't look back. I'm actually doing better online than in person. It might sound strange, but I'm doing math much better and I'm getting A's. Yeah, I totally agree for you. I think that's awesome. And, I think I think for a lot of students, the online education has helped them so much because, one, they have time to digest the information. They get to work on their own schedule. And like I said, those are such good perks they're not going to go away. We're not going to take them back and force students all back into the classroom and have to learn on the same timeline. And because that's one of my biggest things that I think, there's two things that I hate about education where it stands. The first is that we are restricted to learning from like whatever teacher we're assigned, which is by chance, right? Wherever you live, wherever school you go to, you know, you have to learn from that one teacher, right? And obviously you can go online like many of you do and, you know, watch a video, but still like the person who assigns your grade and, you know, who involves your instruction is like assigned to you, right? You don't have an option of like going into another class, you know, or finding another teacher in another state, which to me is just doesn't make sense. There's amazing teachers all around the world that we should have access to learn from. We should be restricted on whatever teacher is hired for that current school year. And then the other thing that I really have a problem with is timeline. You know, all students are expected, you know, from your 45 minutes to your 90 minutes, whatever, how often you have your class, you're expected to learn the same amount of math during that time, and then you get tested on it, which is just not how students learn and compare. Like some students need more time, some students need less time. You know, some students just need to see it 2 or 3 times before it finally sinks in. And, you know, online education allows us that flexibility. And so I think that's that's why I fully believe that we're not going to be going back to, you know, all in person. But I think for the relationship component, there's going to be a big push for people wanting to get back inside the classroom and get that, to get that interaction and everything. Oh, you're getting my screen. Maybe cover. Maybe I'll go back a little bit further down. There we go. All right, let's see what else we got here. Thank you very much. Oh, shoot. Okay. Eloquence, I need an article where it said that almost everything will reopen around by mid-July. The schools might as well be open around that time. Yeah, I am currently crying because you're the only teacher. Oh, that was so nice, Evelyn. Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. I'm happy my teaching have been able to help you with that. Rich, I just want to let you know, thank you for that. I'm failing my classes last year, but now I'm getting in. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, I just got to keep me say, I'm so sorry to hear, Addie. I hope you really start feeling better with everything. Are you in an elevator? No, I'm not in an elevator. I just have big glass windows behind me. So I do apologize, guys. It's a little difficult when you can't always be within your like normal setup. You know, it's a little stressful and like relieving. I'm trying to get everything set up exactly the way I like it. And yeah, I mean, thankfully for this last stream. Uh-oh. Well, that's kind of weird. Thankfully for the last stream, guys, that there's not a lot of math that I need to be doing, right? So we will, thankfully for the last stream, there's not a lot of math that we're going to be handling. So that's the good component. We don't need to worry about the anything going on, you know, from there. I just wanted to kind of give you guys my predictions and then also just do another one. Just another reach out to say hi to you guys and hope that, you know, as we close out 2021 or 2020 and make predictions for 2021. Okay. There are a couple cool things though as you're going on that I did want to let you guys know of, even though for any of you guys who are watching this on the replay. Let's go and see. There are a couple things I wanted to let you guys know. I am going to be revamping a lot of things. You know, all of my live streams, they all have the all the problems that I do for those live streams are available down below in the description. So you guys can definitely go ahead and check those out after all the streams. I will be kind of updating the way that you guys submit questions just to kind of get something a little bit more streamlined, you know, for you and hopefully make a little bit more sense for you guys as well. All right, so those are the things I'll definitely let you guys know about from that. Matthew Smith, your videos helped me so much. Well, very much, Matt. Thank you very much, Matthew. Congratulations. Congratulations on your A for your midterm. That is awesome. All right, Mark. Well, best of luck to you, man. Go and get it. Merry Christmas, Jenya. Hope you had a great holiday and are ready for the upcoming new year. It's going to get pretty boring if you know everything. Yeah, that's right. Do you have any advice on getting into grade 11? I'm not really sure what getting into grade 11 means, but yeah, but I think Melinda hit it on the head. Like it's all about, the same thing that got you into grade 10 is going to get you into grade 11. Obviously, you might hear, grade 11, at least in the, American school system, is kind of one of those big years as far as getting into university and, a lot of like AP courses and high level courses, if that's what you are referring to. But I think, if that maybe is kind of your questions going along the idea, I think really it's just kind of managing your time. You can't, one of the things I talked about a couple weeks ago, I believe, it's just trying to overdo it, try to do everything. And it's very difficult, especially if you are taking a lot of high level classes in addition to a math class and trying to excel on everything. You really have to kind of step back and just kind of think about, being efficient with your time and being efficient with your mental capacity. Because whenever we compare ourselves to other people, we always want to do better than everybody and do more than everybody. But I don't think that is healthy for majority of students that are going into the next level, either into university. I really think it's going to be much healthier for you to focus in on what is you enjoy and what you're good at, and just to keep on working at that. And yeah, I'm not saying to not do well or want to succeed in the other courses, but to just really kind of know where you're going to get your most value out of, and to focus with that. Well, very well, so yeah, I feel like there's definitely there is definitely a big hit with a lot of teachers putting a lot of their content on YouTube, and I think that's awesome because now everybody has so much better access to information out there. Oh, thank you, Jeff, from Sri Lanka. Awesome. I'm doing Calc IB as a sophomore. Wow, and so do you have any good resources for those classes? It's been a while since I took the AP, but I would definitely look into the AP Classroom. From what I've seen, from what they have, I'm not sure if your teacher assigns those at all, but I haven't. I'm still a part of a lot of the AP like curriculum or groups, and I think a lot of what they've done for the AP Classroom is really good stuff to help prepare you. So I think any just kind of, really from looking now and, until those AP exams, whatever resources you have as far as like the AP tests and all that kind of stuff is, just to hit that stuff hard, practice. So wherever you're going to find those resources and to keep on practicing those problems, I think that's going to give you one of the best, preps that you can for the AP Calc exam. Thanks. I'm sorry to hear about that. Yeah, I know grades. Our grades are actually due on Monday, so I still have to deal with talking with students about their grades and kind of seeing where some of those grades come from. So awesome. Well, thank you so much. So I got stuff at YouTube teachers that saying, without you, I wouldn't be past my pre-calc class. Well, very happy to help you out, David. Absolutely. All right. Well, awesome, ladies and gentlemen. I think this has been nonetheless a rather successful live stream. I do apologize for a little bit of the craziness that happened at the beginning, but we got everything settled. I got some of my lighting and microphone going. So I do want to thank you guys for joining me in on the live stream. I am very happy to have shared 52 live streams with you and answering your questions. And oh yeah, I wanted to show you guys this. Oh, come on, where is my thing? So one thing I kind of totally forgot about, out of these 52 years, I have 156 pages of math problems. So you guys can see this on the right-hand side. That is 156 pages of math problems. So one of the things I will be doing to close out the year is I will put this down in a document. I don't know why anybody would want all these problems, but if for whatever reason they want to, I do have them all time-stamped, like as far as on those videos, and I will have them in a playlist. So if you actually want to see my work for anything on there, then you can do it. And I'll look into maybe trying to see what I can do as far as getting this searchable or something like that, so you can maybe find some problems that you're looking for. But otherwise, guys, you can see it. I mean, we're just going through 156 pages. And if you think about, usually I'm doing, 10 problems, from around there. So yeah, that's a lot of math throughout the whole year for 2020. So we did it. I was very happy to be able to do that with you guys. Thank you so much for your support. I am very happy that my YouTube videos have been able to help you out, and I definitely look forward to making more content as well as sharing with you guys another 52 live streams for 2021. So, all right, guys, I will see you into the new year. Have a great night as well as a great evening. Cheers. And then I got to change my stream. All right, guys. Everything's, you know what? I love you. Help me out. You appreciate it. I was like, I'm not ready to go and close it off. So you're very welcome, Claudio. Hi, Quellos. Thank you so much. PSX, Jakes, you recommend AP classes too? I got a C+. Yeah, Jake, go for it. Just put in the work, I think if you put in the extra work, you can do it. You definitely can. I don't think it's C+, there's a lot of variables sometimes in the grades. But otherwise, guys, all right. Thank you so much again, guys, for the great year. For in whatever context you want to put the great year into. But I look forward to having another great year in 2021. All right, guys. Cheers.